Hey friends, Joey Resendez here. So here we are, movement 3 of the Creston Sonata. All right, just gonna talk through the movement here, and just kind of give you some tips on how to kind of go about this piece, maybe some fingerings and such like that, and how to think about things and practice things. So I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder. Just I'm not very tech savvy, so I have the microphone. It was in my other videos. It seemed a little bit quiet in the parts where I was speaking, so I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder. Okay, so movement through, we got the pickup. It's okay for with gaiety. So I think playfulness, light, like a kind of a light mood, happy. Um, so we have the pickup notes, bum bum, and then we have a mordant right here on count one, measure one. So we have the D sharp with a mordant and with a sharp sign above the mordant. So that means we're going to go D instead of D sharp to E natural. We're going to go D sharp to E sharp. Okay, and that rings true for all the ones here in the first line. It's kind of like a 5/8. Boom, boom, boom. It's 5/8 basically, but written in 2/4. Lots of A sharps in here, and lots of decisions you're going to have to make about which A sharp to use throughout this movement. So. Really bring out the accents wherever you have them. It kind of gives it this little kind of off-kilter, imbalanced feel that's really cool about it. And back down to piano here. In measure 20, 21, 22, 23, the rhythm in my edition is turned around. It should be eighth, 4/16, and another eighth. So all these little rhythms should sound the same starting in measure 21. And accent the first note of each one. Start measure 20. So this little run right here. So make sure regarding the B flats. This first one right here, I would definitely use a bis key. Bis throughout. So for the first two B flats in measure, let's see here, 39, 38, 37. And then I would go to a side B flat, leading into measure 38. Side key there. And make sure that you land squarely on that C. This run right here, although very scalar, very diatonic, can get a little tricky under your fingers. Make sure you crescendo all the way up to the top there into the high E flat. Next page. Top of the page on the A sharp. Okay, talk about fingerings right here, starting in measure 51 to measure 53. Nothing too crazy there. Now we got the G sharp to the A sharp. So we have some options here. You can do G sharp to A sharp with the bis and then slide off the bis key. I probably wouldn't do that personally. I might do bis on the first A sharp and then side on the second. That's one I probably would end up doing personally for me. And then for the second motive there, the E to F sharp, finger it normally. Then for the C sharp to the D sharp, I would probably cover the C sharp. So I would finger basically a D sharp, and then I would lift my top two fingers, and that would be my C sharp. And then for the D sharp, I would just have to, with the octave key, and then for the D sharp, I would just put my two fingers back down. And then make sure that you are doing the right articulations here. Another fingering for the G sharp to the A sharp that I have done in the past is just hold down G sharp and then just push down the side B flat key, which will give you kind of a little bit of a flat A sharp, which works, but it just sounds a little bit weird. I have the slurs missing in my edition here. It's measure 61, 60, 61, 62, measure 63. Slur those just like the beat before it. It would sound kind of weird. I wouldn't do that. Good place to use a fork G flat there. So you got the F, the two F half notes tied together. Then for the G flat right after it, I would use fork in that first 16th note, go up to the A flat, then come down onto a regular G flat, then go back up to the B flat, and then fork all the way through the next the following G flat and the one in the next bar. And then make sure that you are counting your 16th note so that you come off the tie right in time in measure 71. B flat to C, I would do a side key there, not bis. I would not flip-flop that. 2, 2. This either speeds up or slows down. Make sure that you are 100% metronome right here. It's really easy to get bogged down or to rush, even with your piano player. And then really hit that sforzando there in measure 88. All right, measure 90, 1, 2, 3. Measure 94. Fortissimo. E to F sharp, mordent on the beat. Mordents have to be on the beat. Then we have a little bit of this first movement motive coming in over here in measure 110. I kind of tend to feel this this section of the piece for the next, I don't know, 40 bars or so in one beat. Yeah, So that's just kind of what I feel in my head when I'm playing this. Um, so going back a few bars. So right there, on those A sharps I just played, I play a side and then a bis. So I'm always kind of switching it up. Don't be afraid to do that. Starting measure 122. So both those A sharps are going to be side because you got the B natural that comes in between them. Sorry. C, B flat to C flat. C flat is a B natural. Remember that? G flats, you could probably use, I would use fork there. You could use both of them there. Maybe you could get away with using regular G flat in measure 147, but definitely for that one preceding the F natural in 148, I would use the fork key there. F flat, E natural to an to an E double flat, which is a D natural. Finger like a D natural. Remember, double sharps and double flats raise or lower the pitch by 2 half steps rather than 1. Measure 150. Sorry. Sforzando right there, right before 160. All right, keeping going. Pianissimo. And then we have a regular morning here. We got the natural sign. They didn't have to put that there, but it's kind of like a courtesy accidental there to know that this morning is acting as it should normally with the natural. Really nice and pianissimo throughout this section right here. Accents, accents, accents. Even the soft stuff. And then piano comes in big right there on your on your rests. Pick up into 180. So, accents, and make sure we really give a big crescendo here into the 16th note run. Really diatonic, and we got that skip from the B flat to the E flat there, going into measure 188. So back up to 180. Then we have this run of thirds, B flat major thirds, that kind of descend right here, broken thirds. That's all B flat diatonic. It is a little bit of a finger twister though. So let me show you kind of what I do. So for the E, so starting right here on this run, so the E flat to the F natural. You can omit your right hand for C3 going to E flat to the F. You can just not even worry about it. It's going by so fast. I'm not sure anybody's going to be like, he didn't use that key there. I don't think so. And it's just one less thing to think about, honestly. So I would not even worry about that key there. For the B flats, okay. count 2 in that bar, I would go down to side and then bis in the next bar. And follow that same pattern. The ones that come before a C, I would use side key. Sorry. See, it's a little bit of a finger twist, so you really have to practice it. And the 5-lit on the way up, nice, and it gets a little softer. The 5s are not that much faster than the 4s when you hear it in context. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. All right, so having this little playful section, as I like to call it here. Have a little written out mordant almost there. So right here, if you look at all the sharps here, everything is sharp except B, which suggests F sharp major. So I would write kind of F sharp major over that run. Another place I would omit my right hand there, is right there, going into, oh gosh, measure 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, going into measure 215. I would not put my right C3 down for that high E sharp leading into that bar. I would just use, this right here. Right there, I would use a side D right here. So C with the, we call this C2. So it's like your E flat key, colloquially called. So leave your C key down and push that one down. Bis A sharp up there. And then C to D sharp right here, I would use C4 or the high F key as it is colloquially called. And then down to pianissimo there. Oops, sorry. Nice and soft here. Make sure you're using the appropriate A sharps. I would use side throughout this bit. Actually, going up there before the high C sharp, I could probably use a bis key. Both side there. And then right here, this is a little bit of a finger twister as well in measure 260. So right there, this is where it becomes a little bit tricky. So you got that starting on the 16th notes, you got the A sharp side key to the B, G sharp to bis A sharp. So you have to really practice getting your finger on and off the bis key. So I'd really kind of drill doing that, making sure you can get your pointer finger on your left hand on and off that bis key on those adjacent notes. And then right there, fork F sharp and side A sharp into that run. And then right there, another place I would omit my right hand, C3, for the D sharp to E sharp mordant. I would just do one of those. Ba. could do a fork F sharp there into that the first F sharp in measure 273. Sorry. So you can't do the fork F sharp there on the second to last note because you have that D natural after it. You have to flip flop that. Accent, 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 accent. Yeah, and so just make sure that kind of you have a little bit of kind of a whole tone scale there at the end for the first 5 notes or so, and then it kind of morphs into this kind of semi-diatonic B scale. Actually, it's not even a B scale. It's a really cool kind of a modulation that happens there. Really, really clever by Creston. So, big points in this movement. Accents. Make sure you map out where you are going to use bis A sharp and side A sharp. Use the fingering that makes the most sense. Honestly, avoid your cross fingers as much as possible. Do not rush, and just rhythmic accuracy, especially on the 16th notes. Drill the there's not a whole lot of long well, there's a fair amount of long 16th note runs in here. Make sure those are absolutely perfect. So make sure you're just drilling, and take little snippets. And just do that with the long sections in there. Oh yeah, and the broken thirds as well. This one's always the one that gave me the most trouble. Yes. So it's really a rewarding movement when it's performed, at a high level. So good luck with this one. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of this piece. And let's get started on another piece. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.